Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SPX 500 based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna see the S&P of course and also the Nasdaq as well for the daily close and for the weekly close actually, since we are in a weekend. I wish you already to have a nice weekend as well and enjoy of course your time. So we have double 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 finishing wave 3 here. ABC for a wave 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 to finish of course this wave 5 in the blue scenario. As expected in the blue zone 15K for S&P of course to top there. Right now in this wave 5 towards the upside we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Potentially of course finished here 5 ways up. Wave 2, very deep wave 2 and then continuation for higher in a wave 3. Meaning currently we are in a wave 3 of course for this scenario where we might see as well inside it of course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2 and then of course continuation for higher prices in a wave 3. Meaning right now inside this wave 3 we are in the wave 3 of it, which it was supposed to be the most impulsive and explosive wave toward the upside, but of course it was interrupted with the trade wars and the news and everything going on of course around the economy currently. So basically we have turned around a little bit here. After having double 1, 2, we can consider this is also a wave 1 or it can be a wave 3. Still of course we need an answer here to give an identity for this one, because it could be of course a wave 3 in case we finished shallow and we move up continuously, this transform to a wave 4. While if we take of course the price here, we take the low, therefore I'm gonna give it definitely a wave 2, right, as 1, 2, because definitely this is gonna transform to a very deep wave 2, and of course this can be considered as 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. So basically we are of course still estimating the market for a recover. We saw a lot of green lately, and of course since 2 days I was like mentioning that yeah, the market is in a recover phase but not bullish yet of course, but it is a recover. So we're gonna see the bullish continuation toward the upside. Still need more confirmation of course. There are plenty of levels that we need to watch of course here. As you can see on the 1 hour chart, we are in this move toward the downside. Now it can be double scenarios. It can be a 1, 2. We're looking for a wave 3, potentially 4 and a 5, continuation toward the downside to hit of course this blue box, which is the fib levels 1.38, 1.618 for an expanding flat overshooting wave B, finishing truncated because of course of the overshooting wave B. And there is no other possibility. Yeah? We have to give it 3 waves up. There is no, I tried hard to find something, but you cannot really find anything to replace this scenario rather than ABC expanding flat, turning into running flat, failing to take the low, even with the normal fibs, meaning higher potential that this can transform to a wave 4, this can transform to a wave 3 as mentioned in the daily. If in case this happens. In case we move continuously toward the downside to the next box, hitting the 0.38, which is the perfect fib level for a wave 2, normally, of course, after 1 and then ABC for a wave 2, 0.38 is, of course, the minimum requirement, actually not perfect, but minimum requirement for a wave 2. However, this will be very deep for a wave 4, therefore, yeah, I have to consider it as 1 here, right? So these are basically the overview here. Now let's move inside it. Inside this correction, I would say, or choppy wave right now, we see a lot of green as mentioned in the last days. We might see something unfolding toward the upside, and we were still looking for taking the high for higher prices, right? To hit the blue box, at least for a 1-to-1 fib level, right, taken from this wave A, in case we are in an A here. I don't know why I don't have the A, but however, I'm gonna put it right now. So in case we have an A and you have a correction here in a wave B, you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to hit 1-to-1 fib level 5,800 in an ABC. Yeah, A, B, and a C. So this is the short-term bullish scenario, recover, but still bearish, right? Why? Because we are moving in 3 waves. Yeah. Then continuation toward the downside. And that means, of course, next target will be the blue zone. Otherwise, if the price action move for higher, hit the 1.618, I have no other option that rather than considering a bullish scenario is unfolding for the S&P, and considering that the 1.618, which is the most common target for a wave 3 in an impulse, might be unfolding. Then we're gonna test a wave 4. If a wave 4 fails, yeah, and reach again the zone 1, therefore, of course, I call again a bearish market. Yeah. If the wave 5 continues toward the upside, right? If it continues toward the upside for the wave 5, therefore we finished an impulse. Therefore, the market gave you an answer that the trend has shifted toward the upside. When you get an impulse toward the upside after 3 waves toward the downside, meaning definitely that you have shifted the trend, and especially if you take this high. Because you have 1, 2, 3, your wave 4, in case this is a wave 4 here, is not allowed to reach the zone 1. And let's add this as well from now. So as you can see, step by step, every day we add something new to this analysis. So invalidation of bearish, yeah. And that because this is your zone 1, 2, 3, and if you are in wave 4, it's not allowed to interfere here. Meaning in S&P, we might see several crossroads during this recover. We might see a crossroad here for bearish or for continuation for potential bullish scenario. Therefore, another crossroad might be found exactly here after having 3 waves down. If this is a wave 4, you would like to move for higher. If it is not, you will take simply the zone 1. And then continuation toward the downside. So yep, so these are the scenarios for the S&P that we might face in the next week. And I already mentioned, of course, also on Discord as a report, of course, for the market this week after all the analysis, the US stocks and Nasdaq and S&P right now, we already expecting, of course, a recover and potentially, into brackets, potentially bullish market to unfold only if we get, of course, the right levels, right? So that was it for S&P. Let's move to Nasdaq. So on Nasdaq, on the 1-hour chart, it is almost the same scenario still. We saw some green today. We're still inside this sideways triangle, as we mentioned, right? We didn't take the low. We did not invalidate the triangle, meaning we are still, of course, potentially in an A, B, C, D, and an E. And then after this wave E, as you can see, it might finish your X and looking for higher. Yeah. However, the difference between Nasdaq and S&P, Nasdaq is a little bit much more clearer, as it tells us, of course, that it might be tending to be still corrective rather than impulsive. However, it doesn't mean that Nasdaq cannot turn into bullish if the market wants to. Meaning, if the price moves towards the upside, takes the invalidation of this bearish scenario where you have a 1, 2, 3, currently you're looking for wave 4. If this wave 4 interferes with the zone 1, that is the first indication that you are not looking for a wave 5 to take the low currently. You're looking for something else. What can be this something else? It can be, of course, an A, B, and a C for 1-to-1 fib level, hitting the potential of bullish scenario. And of course, at the 1-to-1 fib level, it's a crossroad again, right? It's a crossroad again. Whether we move toward the downside or we continue for higher for a 1.618 fib level. Taken from where? Taken, of course, from this impulse, yeah? Meaning this can be here, this move here can be a wave 1, as you can see in the yellow. Can be a wave 1, ABC for wave 2, 1 again, and then potentially ABC for wave 2. Yeah. What I like in this is the momentum. Yeah, the momentum between the 1 and the 2 are almost like expanding. Yeah, somehow, and then moving higher for a wave 3 potentially. You would like to hit, of course, the 1.618 taken from this wave 1 and 2. We're gonna put it already there for the next week anyway. So here we go. And for the live stream, of course, for tomorrow. Every Saturday, remember, we do a live stream for the market analysis a little bit and see what to expect for the Monday. Yeah. So be there tomorrow if you would like to have some special requests as well. Some stocks that we don't even analyze on the channel are welcome to be analyzed live. Yeah, so we have ABC for wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5 potentially. Meaning, if we move higher, we break the 1-to-1 fib level here, this blue box. If we break it and move higher than the fib level for a flat, therefore, what else can be, yeah, rather than a wave 3? So these are the levels that we need to watch, of course, one by one for Nasdaq. This move here today looks promising a little bit, but don't forget that you still have a wave D here. Yeah, that it might, of course, turn the things around again for a wave E, and then, of course, for the Y. Yeah. If this happens, a D, E, and therefore, yeah, it's a very low possibility that we move to there, guys. We will not move over than the 20K 200. Yep, so these are the insights for Nasdaq and S&P, and have a nice week, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you tomorrow in the live stream. Bye bye.